Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my podcast, Two Hands on Your Heart podcast. It's me, Ricky Thorpe, your host. Guys, I want to talk about something a little bit outside the box today. Whatever happened to traditional families? When I say traditional families, I mean where kids are raised to say, yes, ma'am, no, sir, and stuff like that. Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to families sitting down at the table, eating a good Sunday meal together, having a conversation as a family without phones and televisions on? Where did we go wrong within our lifetime? I'm in that 59-year-old to 60 bracket right now, 59 right now, guys. So I'm just trying to figure out whatever happened because I knew me growing as a young man, my mom, number one thing, you was going to go to church. It didn't matter. You had a broke leg, broke arm. It didn't matter. You were going to church regardless. The thing is, once church was over, my mama finished up her Sunday dinner. We all come to the table together. We sat at the table. We ate. We laughed. We just had a good time. So whenever dinner was over, we make sure we helped my mom with the dishes, get the dishes cleaned up. We clean up the kitchen. And that is done. We all go outside as the kids go outside, and we go outside and run around, have play until about just before it gets dark. We have to be back inside the house. That was how I was raised in that era of being only that respectful to each other as parents, respecting your parents and stuff. I'm seeing too many times now that children are running their household, not the parents. It's not parents anymore. It's the children. So to me, where did we go wrong as a parent? I tell you where we went wrong at. We stopped caring. We started using a lot of excuses as, oh, because I'm a single parent, that's why I can't. You can't use that excuse. Before I was adopted, my parents, my mother and father had separated. My father kept me with him. My other siblings stayed with my mom. I was still a good child. My father made sure he let me know, you do this, this, and this. If you do outside of this, this is the consequences going to happen. So I stayed within that frame that he told me I need to stay in. I never went outside that box on my father because I knew what he would do to me. So once we all got adopted by my aunt and her husband, they still had the traditional things, which were you sit down as a family, we eat together. That's what we do. There's no conversations like I don't want to sit at the table. No, we all was going to sit at the table and eat. We all were going to sit there together. No, you get up, everybody get to the table and eat. What happened to that? Where did we dropped the ball somewhere? And I'm gonna tell you two stories. I'm gonna tell you one about a young man. He's 14 years old, and I saw this. I think it was last year. This young man asked his mother, well, she's a single parent. She owned a weapon as well. She's a single parent. He asked his mom about some kind of game or something. If I'm not mistaken, I'm paraphrasing all of this, and she refused to get it for him. She just refused. And also the kid had some kind of other issues going on. You know, this kid got his mother's weapon out of the drawer. When she's downstairs doing laundry, he goes down when she's doing laundry and shoot her between the eyes. Orders that game with her credit card out of her wallet and orders that game, whatever it was, and played it for a little while. Guess whenever it came to him, opened it, played with it. Then he finally told, I think, his oldest sister what happened. And from there, it went haywire. It really did. And I understand he had some little small issues and stuff. But I'm listening to this aunt talk, and I'm saying to myself, you're not a doctor. How can you diagnose him when you're not a doctor or whatever? But the moral of the story, I hate the kid did that because now he's going to be caught up in the prison system for the rest of his entire life. That's what I'm talking about. Where did we drop the ball at? Another story. This is about a school teacher, and this is right here broke my heart. Okay, young lady is in school. She's approximately 10 years old. She has a phone. It's something I don't believe in, but anyway, she has a phone, and she's on her phone texting whatever she's doing. So the teacher asks her nicely, "Can I please have your phone?" And she says no. Teacher asks her again nicely. She never said anything outside the box. She said no. Teacher walks over counter, takes her phone, puts it in the drawer. Teacher begin to talk. Student gets up. And she goes to the drawer and takes her phone out, calls her mom. This is when it really gets bad. The mother comes there. Instead of her having a conversation with the teachers, the things that the mom said, who are you to take my daughter's phone? What kind of parent is this? What is this going on? The woman gets a brick out of her vehicle and hits the teacher so hard, I think it busted a socket on her right eye and fractured her cheekbone. But that wasn't good enough. Then she takes another brick and busts a window out in her car. Well, what are we doing here? So we come to a schoolhouse. Teachers having a conversation, trying to have a conversation with you as an adult. You get so mad at the teacher instead of taking taking care of business with your daughter, you take it out on your teacher. So I'm saying the society is really going to the wayside. We don't believe nothing the adult tell us about our children. But one thing about me, I knew my children. If you called me about my girls, I knew what they did. I know my girls. I was like the backside of their hand. They knew I knew every trick in the book, everything they would try, I knew it. That's why they never tried anything, because they knew as a father, I knew what they would do. My thing is, I'm saying is we have to, as society, as people in the society, know our children and what in the hell they will do. We have to know this, because that's not fair to send them to school and they jump on a teacher, but it's okay with you because you're home laughing at them because they've hurt that teacher. Something has to give. We lost all our traditions, all our correct upbringings. It's gone to the wayside. Something has to change before 2024. Within that time frame in 2024, to raising children from babies to making them become decent kids in society. You got to start as a baby. You can't wait till they're 13 and 14. It's too late. You lost them at that point. You have to catch them as babies. You can't let your kids. I saw a clipping of a child that was approximately 4 years old, person, and the mother is sitting there laughing and clapping her hands. Who does that? So this is the kind of kid in society. That kid, I guarantee you, he have a number on his back. That kid's gonna have a number on his back because of you allowing them to sit there and curse, and it's funny to you. And they cussing at an adult. It's funny to you. The kid is telling the adult, the kid say, you know what? But it's funny to you. So this is what we're doing to society now. We bring them, and then you get sad when things happen to them. That was ticks me off. You get mad. Okay, they do something. They break in somebody's car or something. The accident, the homeowner sees them breaking his car, his property now, and he does something to them. Instead of you addressing it with your child, you're mad at this homeowner because he done something to your kid. Why? Go back and look to how you brought him up, he or she up. That's why they're in the predicament they're in now, because you, as a parent, fail the child. You can plan to fail, or you will fail to plan. If you fail to get that child in check when he was a baby, you darn sure gonna get him in check when they're 13 years old. You can't. It's no way possible. But sometimes we use what we call excuses and say, "Well, he doesn't have a father. That's why he's not." No, no, I'm not trying to hear that. I won't. I don't. I refuse to hear that. If you still a single parent, you give everything you got to focus on your child. You give them love. You nurture them. You educate them. You teach them how to read books or something to keep that child occupied. Keep them off those games. Keep them out front of the television. Those are the biggest things that's taking our children away from us. The games that they playing, the television. Sometimes you got to change direction with them. You know what I'm saying? It's like coming to in a crossroads, and you can go left or right, but you really need to go straight. Instead of you going straight, you go left, but you're supposed to go straight. Guide your child in the direction you want your child to go. Don't give. I ain't say give up on them. Never give up on your child. But just be damned can you let your child run your household. Just be damned you can let your child go to school and beat the teacher up. Just be damned can you go to the school and beat the teacher up because they called you about your child. Now just cut this out right now. Let's get right to the nitty gritty. Stop as grown people going to a schoolhouse jumping on them teachers. Tell your children stop jumping on these teachers, because I'm telling you, I couldn't be a teacher. I had opportunity. I refused, because I'm going to tell you what God loves. I love children. As Marty Marr said, I love the children. But when them children put their hands on me, Big Daddy swinging. Big Daddy ain't playing. I'm a WWE him right in the classroom. I don't care. I'm being honest with you. These teachers are getting tired of this. But we have lost the tradition, families, to what I don't know what you call the families now. It's not traditional, so I don't know the next name for it. The crazos? I don't know. Maybe somebody need to tell me, email me, and let me know, because I don't know what you call the families now that's going on, the things going on in life right now. But we have to change this, man. We got to stop this. As parents, we have to raise our children the right way so they don't have to see the police. They don't have to, but maybe they will see the police in a nice light, not in the way of seeing the police as they coming to arrest a child. Yeah, I understand that. But change the way the things they are doing, change them. Help them change them. But they're saying, and I'm paraphrasing this, guys. I paraphrasing it. It said, honor their mother and their father, their life should be long, if I'm not mistaken. I've always honored my mother and father. always, never, ever have I ever disrespected my mother and father because I knew the outcome for me. I knew I was young. I knew I loved my teeth because if I'd have said something that was out of pocket, my parents would have knocked my teeth out. Matter of fact, I tell you a story where I did something. Think I was mumbling in the car, was going somewhere, traveling or something, going to see one of our other aunties. And I was mumbling about something I wanted or something. And I never forget it. This hand came out the blue from the front seat. It hit me so hard in my mouth. It hit me to the back seat of the car. And I swear I thought I saw Jesus slap me. That's how hard she slapped. So that's what I'm telling you. As I learned as a child to stay in the child's place. I learned as a child to keep my mouth closed. Learned as a child for my mama on my breast, Lord knows what they couldn't hear it. Did I agree with everything my parents did? No, I did, but I had to. And I loved my parents. I loved all of my parents. I loved my mother, my real father, my stepmother, and my step uncle. I loved them all because they gave me something that society didn't have to give me. That was love. Society didn't have to put me in prison because they taught me how to be a man. They taught me how to be respectful. They taught me how to say, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, ma'am. No, sir. They taught me how to open a door for somebody. If I see an elderly person, help them. Help them get their stuff in their car. That's what my parents taught me. They gave me life to act like a human being in society and not to act like a damn fool in society. That's the things I think about life. Guys. But I want to just, I know it's a little long today, guys. But I'm feeling some type of way when I see different things that we have got so far from our traditional ways of actually sitting down, having dinner together, actually sitting down, having a conversation as human beings, as is we missing the bigger picture here. Where we don't sit down and have a conversation with our children when they're babies coming out, little small babies growing up, 1 year old, 3 year old, 2 years, and you tell them at them ages, keep telling them, it becomes instilled in their brain because you said it so many times and so long. They begin to say, "Oh, I get it now. Thank you, mommy. Thank you, daddy. I got it. Thank you for giving this information when I was our child." Now, they look back as they get older in their 20s, like, "Oh, I appreciate what y'all done for me. I appreciate how you made me become a better man in life." How do you think I became a better man in my life? It was because of my parents, because of my father, because of my mother. They instilled these things in me when I was young. They taught me how to treat people. They taught me not to act in society acting like a damn fool. They taught me that you can't get nothing in this life for free if you don't work for it. Tradition, the traditional ways. I always stuck with the traditions. My children stick with the tradition. Their children stick with the tradition because we have passed this on in generations. We didn't pass on no stupid stuff in generations. We passed on some positive stuff in generations. Positives, guys. I'm not talking about no dumb stuff. Make stuff positive for your children. Guys, I'm in this podcast and saying I love y'all. We're going into a new year, 2024. Let's bring the house down. New ideas. Just go back to traditional stuff. I love you guys. Take care, please.